then going to show off what I believe is the #1 watch to stop you thinking about an Omega Speedmaster ever again. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Cool, I'm excited about this one because I'm going to review a watch I've been wanting to review for about 2 years now. Now, the watch's brand I'm showing off today is Nivada Grenchen. First known as Grenchen, formed back in 1879, and they basically made and assembled other brands' watches. That was until 1926 when they changed their name to Nivada Grenchen and started making their own watches. It was the 1950s when Nivada Grenchen really came to power with watch references like the Antarctic, the Depth-O-Matic, which was the first dive watch to have a depth scale complication. Also the Depth Master, which was one of the first divers, if not the first, to be able to go depths of 1,000 meters. Nivada Grenchen gave themselves a challenge because they wanted to make the ultimate sports watch, whether it was to dive with, to fly with, or to explore with, and all the other things in between. Now, because of the quartz revolution, this brand lay dormant. That was until 2018 when a group of very highly enthusiastic and skilled watch people brought this company back to life, re-releasing all their icons. Now 2026 marks their 100th year of being known as Nivada Grenchen, so expect this company name to be all over the airwaves this year. It's not just Tudor that has a big birthday, alright? Anyway, let's show you the watch, show you why I love it, get my wife's opinion at the end, and let's take you on a disclaimer journey. Oh yes, thank you. This watch was sent to me by Nivada Grenchen, and I don't have to send it back. But it won't stop me being negative if I need to be. Are you ultimate sports watch ready? Let's go. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Nivada Grenchen CHRONOMASTER Panda version. And if you've been following the channel for long enough, you will know that this watch is not only right up my alley, it basically sits right in the middle of the alley. Because what Nivada Grenchen do so well is reissue a watch how it should be reissued. You know, it looks like a watch you've just picked out from 1963, stuck on your wrist, and be chuffed about doing it. Obviously, with the looks comes the modern machining and modern technology, and what Nivada Grenchen do so well is just the finishing to their watches. This case is awesome, brushed on the sides, brushed on the tops of the lugs, but then we've got a huge polished chamfer, drilled lug holes, lovely bit of polishing to the rim around the bezel, big coin edge crown at 3 o'clock with those lovely vintage piston pushers, and the dial. Absolutely beautiful. Apart from one thing that I have spotted, the same problem the Speedmaster has for my eyeballs. The meat and 2 veg at 12 o'clock. It's alright, I'll get over it. Anyway, first impressions, this is awesome. Quick spec check. So this watch is going to sing to anyone with a wrist size of 7 inches and below, 38 millimeters in diameter. You can buy CHRONOMASTERs in a 41mm version, so don't you worry about that. It's 46.5 lug to lug. It is a bit of a chunky 14.5 case thickness, but that has a lot to do with not only the movement, but the big double dome sapphire protecting the dial. But we finish off with a very strapaholic lug width of 20 millimeters. Neither the crown or the pushers are screw in. We do have a screw down case back, but this watch is water resistant to 100 meters, which is very cool, as you don't see many chronographs with that water resistant rating. I think that's what the first CHRONOMASTER's depth rating was, and then they increased it to 200 meters. Would have been nice if this watch was a 200-meter diver, but that's just a nitpick. Now the bezel, it's a 60-minute countdown style. It's bi-directional. There is no ratchet to it. It is very smooth though. Now, from when I wanted to review this 2 years ago, the latest versions of these CHRONOMASTERs has had a few upgrades. One, the movement, I'll tell you about that later, but the main upgrade is the bezel kit you get with this watch. Yes, without any tools, you can take off the bezel like so, and replace it with a different one. And in this kit, there are 5 to choose from, giving you 5 completely different looks with wearing one watch. And that's without changing the strap. Still not sure which one I prefer the most. I do like the Cities versions, almost the GMT version with the black and red. That is quite cool. But I also love the blue variant, giving it that ghost blue old vintage look. I'd love to know in the comments below which is your favorite bezel, but this is a fantastic upgrade to us watch enthusiasts that get hungry for a new watch every single minute of every single day.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Now, a couple of years ago, I reviewed the Depth Master, which I absolutely loved, but I really loved the FKM Tropic rubber strap it came with. And I had the choice. I could have had the bracelet, I could have had a leather strap. There's a lot of options, but I wanted to experience this rubber strap again because I think for what it is, it's one of the best straps on the market. So soft, really retro looking. Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
Okay, so awesome white dial with a matte finish to it. Markers for the hours and that meat and 2 veg at 12 o'clock. Tachymeter scale before the minute track. This is a bi-compact chronograph. So we have a sub-dial either side of the hand stack. Beautiful texture to them. Notice on the minute sub-dial at the 3 o'clock, we have a red section. That's actually for yachtsmen to give out warning signals every minute. And I really do appreciate that little touch of red, I must admit. What I also do love is the raised text with the Nivada Grenchen logo, the CHRONOMASTER name, Aviator and Sea Diver. They are awesome names, by the way. Okay, we got lume on those big lance hands, lume on the hour markers. Out of 10, how much does this puppy glow? Well, I guess for me, as this is a do-it-all watch, I would have liked the markers to be a bit chunkier, just to give much more quicker orientation in the dark or underwater. What I would have also liked is to have had a bezel with a lume pip at the 12 o'clock triangle, because in the dark or underwater, you can't use the bezel. Now, when these CHRONOMASTERs first came out, they had a Sellita SW510 MBHB powering them. The problem with that manual wind movement was the fact it had a date position to the crown. Now, there was no date, but you still had this ghost date position. Well, nowadays, Nivada Grenchen use a Landeron 70 in these puppies, which doesn't have a date position at all and is hugely based on the Valjoux 7750, one of the movements that would have been in one of those Nivada Grenchen vintage beauties. Yes, this is manual wind only, 48 hours of power reserve and sweeping away at 28,800 beats per hour. The operation of the crown is great. That one position, pull out to its only position, you can see that the seconds hand subdial has stopped, which means we have hacking, push the crown back in, and we're off and running again. Now, the Landeron 70 still is a cam-based chronograph movement. Oh, what a lovely ignition on the start of that chronograph. Reset. Oh, that's beautiful. Nothing quite hits right than a mechanical chronograph, I tell you that.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and yes, I can see me wearing this a lot, yes. The proportions on my wrist head-on are fantastic. I knew that this watch wouldn't look too chunky due to the polishing and the brushing and the sloping of that case back. I love a watch with a double dome sapphire. I think if it doesn't have that, yes, it would make it thinner on the wrist, but it wouldn't have that vintage charm. I can't stress enough how comfortable this FKM rubber strap is. And you know what? This is a watch to say F you to Omega. When the price of a Speedmaster seems to go up daily, it makes us watch enthusiasts just look around a bit more, yeah? What, you mean a moon swatch? No, I do not mean a blooming moon swatch. A brand like Nivada Grenchen is like an extraordinary discovery because they've got tremendous heritage with legitimate history, and these sorts of chronographs just make you not think about Omega anymore. So there we go, the Nivada Grenchen CHRONOMASTER Panda. A watch first designed to be the ultimate sports tool watch on the market. What do you guys think? For me, well, yes, I do love it. I love the case, I love the dial, I love the strap. I'm absolutely on board with this bezel kit. Personally, I would have loved the crown to be screwed in and made the case a bit more watertight, making it that proper dive watch. Also for me, on the diver front, I would have loved those markers to have been a bit bigger. And on one of the bezels, have at least the triangle loomed or have a loom pip. Now we come to the price, and no, this is not a cheap watch. On the FKM rubber strap, it's going to come at £1,910. On a bracelet, whether it's the flat link or the beads of rice, it's going to be £2,110. Now when you compare this thing to, I don't know, a Longines Big Eye Pilot, which is a mass produced watch on a material strap or leather, that watch is around £2,200 as well. With Nivada Grenchen, you are getting exclusivity pretty much. Will anyone in the shopping mall where you bought your Longines from be wearing a Nivada Grenchen? This is a special Swiss brand like Vulcane, which I've praised on many occasions. They don't have the might of Swatch Group. They can't hugely mass produce. So for me, the prices of their watches are more realistic than, say, Longines. Plus for me, brands like Vulcane and Nivada Grenchen, you have to buy into the brand. You have to do your research on the brand. And you have to fall in love with the model. So here it is, my wife's opinion on the Nivada Grenchen CHRONOMASTER Panda. Now, I quite like this. I like the colourway. A white face is a bit different for you. I do like the little bit of red. My only question is, why are the little eyes so far apart? Subdials. I hadn't really noticed it, wife, until you mentioned it. Seems spot on to me. Thank you so much to Nivada Grenchen for sending this watch in for review. It has continued my obsession with chronograph complications, but has cemented my feeling over Nivada Grenchen as a brand. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more than Mad Watch Collector channel, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes content, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show. Like, these are my favourites. This lot, yeah! But if I've got you here for a few more minutes, and I think I have, go on, click this one. You will love it. Oh, look at that chronograph loveliness. Go on, you're gonna want to watch this one. I guarantee it. Go on, keep the algorithm monkey swinging. Click it. Click it.